Greetings, everybody. This is day 11, and you may notice if you've been following, I had taken some days off. I had my own time reflecting on what we would talk about today, and also weekends is my time preparing for my own development, and also Sundays are when I hang out with my children. So let me tune in for a second. Let's build a protection cycle. Cosmic and soulmate body and earth. And sending gratitude to our healed future selves. And ask them to step forward and prevent and stop any possibility of fracture in our soul, mind, and body. And calling in our greatest guides and helper who are sovereign to take out any being, including alive and non-alive, yourself and other entities. And just pay attention to how your body responds and to banish any false programming. Number one is that the more you heal, the more you drain your energy. That's not right. That means that you're still in the matrix. And instead of allowing source energy coming through you in an efficient, non-abusive way, non-draining way, you are being drained. There's clarity that we need to be grateful for in our life. And this is one of my greatest findings, is many souls right now are still in modalities that are actually feeding false deities, false races from fourth dimensional space and lower dimensional space who knows how to shapeshift or abuse, and it's important that we say no to them. Okay? When we mention it, we reprogram our mind now to no longer process them or bring up the remembered traumatic feelings and memories. How we do that is we are grateful that we have this clarity, and we really thank our heart for bringing this to surface to be healed. We're grateful for people standing up as minority of truly awoken souls who has been speaking up and exposing lies and deceits and facing their fears. Okay? And if you have never touched spiritual awakening, just be aware of your thoughts. What sounds like things you've spoken before and automatic, and what is active thoughts and words from you and your soul, because that helps you to know what is true communication between you and your soul and what is psyche, templates, auto inner dialogues, and AI programs. Our psyche has been dragged all directions, and now we need to be recentered. What do I mean by that is, in our societies, there are so many programs, mind controls, chaos that can drain our psyche. Parental guidance can be different from what your inner guidance is. Your societal templates, the way that they expect you to show up may be completely different than your authentic true expressions. When this happens, your subconscious needs evidence to know that you have abilities to come back to center. And if you have inner talk, please just send gratitude every time when you feel like you had enough. When you feel like this is the last straw. When you feel like being triggered by other people's disrespect, smearing, gaslighting, and you need to have a response. Just be aware there's a baseline and there's above the line and below the line. Speaking up truth, there is a belief in the wounded psyche that I feel right now. Because how many fearful people we have in the society, it seems so rare that people tune into the heart space and be grateful for what they do for themselves rather than other people's opinion about ourselves. And when that happens, we can feel defensive. Even though we don't feel like we are on their side about their opinion towards us, we could have toxic response that actually keep this pattern from healing. And what we can't feel when we are defending ourselves, we're not feeling the feels. And what you scared falling apart actually is going to fall apart. Unless it doesn't have to, not always. If you had really supportive, positive circle and it's so close to you, if you have that and you have family, spouse, or partner, or closest friends, then most likely it won't happen to you because your top 5 values and your top 5 closest people in your inner circle backs you up for who you are. So no matter what diversity you are facing, you will feel grateful towards yourself. There is something prevent us from being grateful for the amazing people showing up in our life. And today I'm grateful for you willing to listen about what I have to say, because right this moment you answer to your soul's call. You were willing to, instead of focusing on what everybody want you to do, and knowing you have to bring back your psyche and know that you love your own psyche. Psyche is a big part of soul. That you willing to discipline your psyche to say, I know you mean well, but it doesn't work for me. Rather work in that way and not doing what I really need because everybody else says so. Instead of bringing drama in our life just so someone pay attention, which is really not working, right? Rather than arguing with spouses who you fell over toes for, realizing what changed, because gratitude was missing. And I'm not saying if that person became narcissistic, stay in the relationship, you don't. But for majority people, not everybody is a narcissist. But everyone could got some yucky vibe from other people that was having a go at them. So it's our responsibility to send self-gratitude of clarity and gratitude for what had been rising up to be healed, and not take things personal. This is something to be grateful for, the ability to not take things personal. Most of the time, it wasn't about us. Most time, it has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with what happened to that person. How little challenges in life can shift in a subtle way how we show up in the world. Right? We're responsible for that. This is better. So today, I would like to challenge you to be grateful for yourself every time you have this clarity, whether you are above the line or below the line. Be aware the line is the baseline. The baseline is self-gratitude, self-loving, self-care, and self-worth. And it need to be a routine. To have less and less feel like I have to get up for a video, I have to do this, and put yourself first. Doesn't matter you have challenge in your business or your finance, your love life, your friendship, how to conquer that narcissistic ex or a current partner that's abusive. Maybe you're dealing with a malignant narcissist. Maybe you go through divorce that feel like a mess. But girls and gentlemen, well, girls, boys, ladies, gentlemen, if you're 18, you're still a girl or boy to me, but you're a young adult, right? I'm 37 almost this November, right? Be grateful for the wisdom that got you through to this point. There's a fly smacking the window. And don't be like that fly. And don't be like a mosquito. You know, because nobody is ever going to be grateful for someone who's just trying to vent, rant, and lashing out inefficiently of all the anger. Today's gratitude is just know that no matter what chaos is in your life, you don't have to respond in an active way. Your psyche is so loyal. No matter how many physical illness or psychic attack, your psyche is loyal. Even if it's not working the way that you need it to, and you know everything that it needs to be done to work in a coherence to who you truly are, even if, and this is for those being in the spiritual community for a long time, even if you're heartbroken when you realize what chakra and kundalini really are, and if you don't, go to firstwaveindigo.com. That's the book. I didn't get the book many years ago. When I was 5 years old, I realized something was not right. I didn't know the people that kidnapped my soul was called, I'm careful because I'm on camera. If you want to know what that organization is, if you want to know who to be careful of, I was taken by this organization in that realm, astral realm, and ever since I've been fighting for my life, I'm really grateful for my true authentic self at the time. And today I'm super grateful for her strength and how much psychic defense she brought to me, and how much abuse that she prevented, how many courage, well, how much courage she had, how many courageous acts she did every single day. When I can see my family circle, and I can see their aura was dark brown or black. I can see the manipulation template. I could, and I can still see the corruption. And I know, finally in my life, I'm not expecting them to change. I'm expecting me to change. And that is a shift that we need in today's society to be okay. That I'm grateful I'm not the same person that I was back then, because I was so aware of which one was my real soul and which one was entities. I became so grateful that I have a chance to be in my body, and that I spoke up for things I was scared to speaking up about. That I'm grateful I'm no longer a fixer and no longer wish to fix other people. I'm not here to persuade you, to control you, to tell you what to do. It's your life. This is an invitation for you to stand up, to stop saying, but I'm not fully healed, I'm not good enough, to realize what response is a debris, which is interference, a sensory control or mental control. This is for advanced souls who already have spiritual discipline. To realize the lie about spiritual people is all, fancy and unicorn, crystal and chakra and all of those things. Or tarot cards. The mastery is not obsessing over that. I wear them, I'm no longer addicted to them, and that's when the magic works. When you realize these crystals are Mother Gaia's burns, and there's plenty of crystal in the world between healers that we can all swap or buy from each other, or whatever you do in exchange of energy services, rather than focusing on being energetically attached to other people's energy vampire. That still happens in spiritual society today. I can see competitors and I can see truth speakers exposing others, and then they try to attack them. It's really toxic. And I'm really grateful for my clarity. And I realized today, and this goes to wherever you're working in, your truth is loud and clear, and I wish that I owned this since I was 3 years old. Okay, not even 5. My soul's truth is loud and clear. Just because you didn't approve or validate, just because you heard me, doesn't mean that it is lesser than. My love for being involved have not changed. It does not mean I have to drain myself to please them or put up with their lies just because they blackmail emotionally. I am responsible to my emotions and feelings. I am responsible for how I respond and show up in the world. I'm responsible that I choose my future self. And I'm in command as my true source Suma come through me and take full control of every single part of me, thoughts, emotions, feelings, because that's when I am in control of my destiny. I'm no longer choosing lower emotions that was auto template. I now command it in all time continuum, space, reality to be discontinued, deactivated, uncreated. And I'm grateful for my emotions and my challenges. I'm grateful for standing up towards, well, for me it was, ever since I had a memory, gaslighting, smearing, corruption, abuse, I've seen it. I'm grateful for the fear that came up for me today from my inner child was when we were kind, and we're still kind, and we've forgiven different narcissists or corrupted people or people in a higher false authority. I realize, I can see that now, was very forgiving. And then when we forgive, what will happen is your heart open. Now, today I realize I now hold those parts of me as complete wholesome self. And there's a practice I want you to do
If you are going to accept this challenge, if you are brave, I'm not here to blackmail you. When you are ready, you will write a letter to 5 aspects of yourself of any age. The most important thing is to tell them you made it this far, because I guarantee you, and I'm going to be grateful for this, how many times you feel like you're going to die tomorrow. I had countless times. I will be here tomorrow. The symptoms, the attacks, all the things happened. How many times you need to do your bedtime task, and you'll see a full house of people if you are in corporate or in spiritual community, or maybe you have a TED talk. You feel like you're not going to make it. I guarantee if you're grateful for the courage to stand up there and to see it from what I can see about you, you would be so amazed that you wouldn't care. No matter what you get at 12, you know. Life is so hard at 12, you know how to truly life. Truly life. And don't run, because it's always more fun to trophies. Trophy has some sort of courage, trophy things. The only trophy is the pain. It's only about emotions. There are the emotions. And I'm so real with you. Everything okay. And I'm coming to pain. And I'm grateful for that I got through more than I did. Ever so. To see more than what they can see. This I'm not upset. What's happening? I'm so sorry for the meaning of it. What's happening? Go to the actual.
You're yeah, you're just days, okay? And there's things to do. And anyways, in the county, you're there is a there this session is going to be paying is that I have a with good organization, this is and the I have then so I was buying you also I think I'm